we are live and we're going to be streaming for a bit. Welcome to the stream if you're joining. DC Freak, welcome. Roderick, everyone else. Just going to quickly tweet this out. So let me go over here. Alright, so welcome to the stream, and we're going to be taking some of your questions and stuff. You know, just I don't have a video plan for today because I can't think of anything. You know, it's really a dry period. I need to catch up with Legends, so maybe I'll do a video when, you know, maybe next week's episode comes out. I don't know. And then I need to catch up with Arrows still, but Arrow's on a break, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's get started with this live stream. So yes, Monroe, I did see that, and I thought it was a bit weird. For you guys who haven't seen David's tweet, he said, "Welcome to the family" to Azzy or Aze, I don't know how to say her name, but she plays James's sister. She's going to be a series regular next season for some reason. I don't know why. You know, maybe to replace James or to give James something to do. Not sure. But David posted this thing saying welcome to John Cryer and Azzy just like today or yesterday or something, which is kind of strange because, you know, John's done most of his episodes already and he's got one episode left. So people are thinking he might be a series regular. So if you don't know who I'm talking about Lex Luthor here, John Cryer, who I love. I thought he was absolutely amazing as Lex Luthor. I had no expectations. For you guys who follow me, you know that I was like, I do not want Lex Luthor at all, and I don't care about him, but I was really impressed. Really liked Lex. So this has made people theorize, is Lex going to stay on? Will he be the villain next season? What I would say is, I don't think he's going to be the villain next season. I think this is sort of his season. Even if it's just the back half, he's controlled everything, and I don't see how he can go on like till next season. I think you need someone new. I think because a lot of people have a problem with Supergirl right now, I think Supergirl is doing very good at the moment. I really like those last couple of episodes, but they've had a lot of off episodes this season, and a lot of the fans have sort of dropped off a bit, but I know there's a lot of people that really like it. Like, since Red Daughter had that origin episode, it's been on fire, and you had some really good episodes, but then you've had some dragging storylines throughout the whole season. So I think the introduction of Lex has been a really good thing, but I don't see it carrying on going forward, and I think, you know, going to the end of the season, I think we need to have something new. I think rather than continue with Lex, I think end Lex this season. Maybe he appears next season, but I don't think make him a main villain. I think, you know, you should make him like just pop up every now and again, maybe like Lex's mother does. Like, I don't really care about her, whatever her name is. I forgot. Lex's mother, Lena's mum. Totally forgot. But maybe like in that capacity where he appears every now and again. But I think make a villain like Rain, make it really interesting, make it an alien, make it someone who is not like Agent Liberty, who's not a normal human, who has nothing compared to Supergirl. Obviously we have Red Daughter, and that's why people are excited, because it's a real threat. There's been like, it was just really, there was no villain stuff at the first part of the season, and I know, you know, it's something new, they tried something new, and that's fine. But I think it's kind of comforting to go to Red Daughter because, again, we've seen similar things. We've seen like Red Kryptonite Kara, and we've seen obviously Overgirl and the crossover and things like that. And, you know, the powers are similar to the past villains, so that's interesting. But also, this is a new twist on what, you know, they've done before, because it's Red Daughter. She's naive. She's being controlled by Lex and all these different things. So that's exciting. This live stream may be available after, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe so. Let's answer some more questions. So, bring back Mon-El with him and Melissa being engaged. Bring back Caramel. Ben, is Mon-El really returning? Kara needs him right now. So, yeah, I did that video the other day. If you watched through the whole video, you would know that was a joke. And I was talking with my friend, and we were like, what would be a good April Fool's one that's going to get people, you know, excited, so they'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they watch the whole video, and you're like, oh shit. So it was like, we were talking because we're big Caramel fans, both of us, and we were like, what would be so exciting for everyone, but also piss everyone off at the same time? And we came up with the idea, what happens if Mon-El was like some shitty set photos, some shitty Photoshop ones that I made myself. And guys, I'm actually really good at Photoshop. I'm a graphic design student, so I literally just made some like really shitty designs where I just cropped Mon-El out and just stuck him in some different places, and I had to speak like properly for it. I had to speak like I was actually like being 100% serious. So some people were like, "Oh yeah, I think some people were like 5 minutes or so until they saw like at least one of the other Photoshop photos were like, I can believe this. You know, maybe this is true." And then at the end, obviously, I went off sheet, but I had to keep on cutting, and because I was just laughing, I was just giggling to myself because it's so mean. Like, I know people were angry, but that was the point. And yeah, I'm sorry about that anyway, but that was funny. Last year we did the caramel wedding April Fool's video. That was funny. I was in America when I did that. It was the same person I was talking to. We were like, what can we do? And so we did this again this year, but yeah, it was just a bit of fun. Obviously, I would really want him to return, like the question asked, like with them being engaged in real life, you know, if Melissa's shooting in Vancouver, Chris is going to be in Vancouver, so whenever he's free, and if the Supergirl team like write a part for him to play, I'm sure he'll come back. I don't have any doubts. Like, if he is free and they want him, I think he'll come back, and I want that to happen. So we don't know right now, for all of you in the chat, like Natasha asking, we don't know if he's coming back, but it's a high possibility that he'll return. Not sure about series regular, but it could be. He could return. I think he will at some point. It seems like they wanted to get rid of Mon-El. Why? I'm not sure. It was a bit confusing when they announced that he was leaving, so we're kind of unsure as to what happened. Like, if they wrote him off, or Chris decided to leave, or, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying anything definitive, but it was weird, and it didn't sit right with all of us. I made plenty of ranting videos. I went on live streams with Drowning in Fandom Feels. Like, we had this whole live stream where we were like ranting about it because, you know, it was them finally getting back together. You had that episode 21 Argo episode and everything like that. They set all of that up, and it was all for nothing, and he just sort of left, and he's been talked about once, I think, this season. That's about it. So the way they ended it was just really poor, but obviously I thought season 3 was the best season, and I thought Mon-El was really good in the season and the way they played it, but they ended it wrong. Like, even if they weren't getting back together, I don't think they should have ended it this way. Anyway, yeah, maybe Chris wanted to leave. That's what I'm saying. He was doing his short film that he's finished now. Actually, he premiered it at a film festival in Vancouver. We haven't seen that yet, but I think he did probably want to do these other things, like, you know, all these actors that have left in the past, like Win, like Jeremy Jordan, went to Broadway and so on. But yeah, so we're not sure about Chris, because the other ones, they actually came out and said why they were, you know, leaving. Like Jeremy was like, oh, I'm doing Broadway, I haven't done this in a while. And yeah, so let's answer some more of these questions. So when is this short film with Melissa and Carlos out? So um I th- I don't know if they're gonna release it, because it's it's a short film. They don't obviously have a massive way to release it unless they, you know, link it on their social media. They have a lot of followers, obviously, but they can't obviously. They're not obviously airing it on TV or like in the cinema or something. So I think they might do what Tom and Grant's film actually did. They released it on Vimeo. I haven't seen it yet, but I think they might do something similar to that and link it on their social media and be like, yo, watch this film. You know, we spent a lot of time doing this. We made a poster, like a professional poster, got all these professional people in who worked on like Supergirl and The Flash, you know, the editor, production designer, costume design, and so on. And obviously had Carlos and Melissa in it. So right now, no one knows as to how they're going to show us it, but I think at one point they will probably upload it online. Would Red Daughter die in Supergirl's place in the next crossover? Supergirl will apparently die. Well, a lot of people were theorizing that maybe Red Daughter by the end of the season, because, you know, she showed the sort of compassion to be someone very similar to Supergirl, but at the same time she's been manipulated and so on. But if she does turn good, there is a chance that maybe she becomes Linda Lee. That's what everyone's comparing it to. It's a version of Supergirl in the comics. I think the original, actually, as far as I know, but I haven't read those comics. And so, yeah, she could potentially become Power Girl. That's a theory. I think that's interesting. And maybe she dies instead of Supergirl, because, you know, we're not going to kill Supergirl. We're not going to kill our main Supergirl in Crisis, although she does in the comics, and Barry Allen does as well. So I think they'll flip-flop it. Maybe Wally West or Jay Garrick for The Flash, and then maybe Power Girl for Supergirl when she's supposed to die. Yeah, so talking about the Godspeed trailer, so there was a tweet from a person who works on the set. I forgot his name, but I think his name was David. He works and he coordinates basically everything that they're shooting. And so apparently there's a Godspeed trailer coming in the next week or so, he said, and that was on his Twitter. You can check out my video a few days ago, I think, of his updates, because we talk about it there, and his Twitter's there, and you can go check it out, because he does comment and say he thinks, well, the trailer's done and the episode's done. They're going to release it probably in a few weeks, because Supergirl's returning on the 16th of April. It's currently the 7th of April, so we've only got 9 days left. So, yeah, we should be getting that, at least a new version of the promo, or maybe an extended trailer. I don't know, but yeah. Alright. "21st? No, I think The Flash is coming back on the 16th. I think Supergirl's coming back on the 21st, right? No, 16th. Yeah, Godspeed's episode is on the 16th. I don't know if you're talking about that or not, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the only show that keeps me going until the shows come back. Yeah, I have sort of dropped off a lot on the other shows that I watch, because I just had no time. But I've been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon. Sorry, that is really good. It's really funny. I love the style. It's so quirky and weird, right up my streak. And also I've been watching Big Mouth, which is a really weird comedy, but it's really funny. It's on Netflix. And also I want to watch Afterlife, Ricky Gervais's new show on Netflix. I love Ricky Gervais. So yeah. So for you, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. For me, it's just like watching films and stuff rather than lots of TV, because I don't have the time to like binge watch a load of TV, although I want to like watch The Haunting of Hill House and I want to watch Sabrina and so on. But yeah, I've watched a bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but not too much, like a few episodes, like 5 episodes or something. It's a shame because I know there are some good Supercorp shippers, but the majority of them act the way they do. They give the rest of us shippers and fans a bad name. Yeah, I know a lot of people on like Twitter and YouTube and wherever who are Supercorp fans and Supercorp shippers who are really nice. There are nice ones, but it's just the majority are just salty little S words. Shit. There's a lot of them and they just get on my nerves, the annoying ones, but there are really good ones like you say. But yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of them. I don't know what day the second trailer's coming out, but it should be sometime very soon, according to one person that works on The Flash. Do you think Godspeed will start as a good guy and then go rogue and become a villain? Well, that's how he does it in the comics. So he's August Hart, he works for Barry as a CSI, and then he goes and when he gets struck by lightning in the Speed Force storm, he goes and I think he goes and gets revenge. I forgot. I haven't read it in a while. But he goes and gets revenge, and then he kills all the other speedsters so he can get their powers, and then he becomes the most powerful speedster, and he is the justice that the Flash can't do. That he won't take that step in order to get rid of the criminals by killing them. So that's what he does in the comics. I think that's probably what they're going to do in the TV show. I think if they just have him for that episode, I think they won't do that. But if they prolong it and do it for more episodes, I think they will go for that comic book storyline. Yeah. But just to remind you, some of you guys, if you live in England or Europe, we have a load of comic book conventions coming up that I'm going to 2. I'm going to Star Fury's The Ultimates. So The Ultimates, I don't know if you guys came last year, but it was so amazing. I got to meet some of you guys there, and it was the best because we got to meet Kayla Lee. We got to see, actually I got to talk to Jeremy Jordan, which was awesome, and Floriana Lima was there as well, and some other people. But they're doing it again this year, and I'm going. I've already booked my tickets. I need to book the hotel still, but it's in Birmingham, so that's in England, not too far away from London. And so that's on the 17th to the 19th. And who's coming? Let me check who's coming. I forgot. Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so that doesn't mean anything to me. But Kayla Lee's going once again. That's very exciting. I can't wait to actually talk to her. I didn't get to talk to her last time. But Annabelle's coming. That is what excites me, like, especially because I love Rain. I think Rain is one of the best villains that the CW has ever done. I think Rain is incredible. Nicole Maines is going to be there from Supergirl. She's really good this season. I really do. Well, I've taken a liking to her. I'm not like a massive hardcore fan. I think occasionally she doesn't have a lot of stuff to do, but I think when she has, the right stuff, like that Origin episode, she really kills it, and I am very excited to talk into her when I go on the 17th to the 19th in Birmingham. Also, Floriana Lima's there once again, and that is about it for the Ultimate. So if you guys are around London or you can get here, you gotta come. You gotta meet them. which is exciting. And also, just quickly, and then we'll get back to answering some questions. Heroes and Villains FanFest London is happening again. We've got some guest announcements, and it's on May 25th to the 26th in London at the Olympia Stadium. And I've been for the last 2 years. It's the best thing ever. It's so good. So far, we have Tom Cavanagh coming. We have France Dramaire, who plays Jefferson Jackson on Legends. Katie Lotz from Legends of Tomorrow. And also we have a few other people. Let me just check. Who else? I know Nick Zano's coming from Legends of Tomorrow, which is very exciting. Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine, he's amazing. I met him 2 years ago. Kirk Acevedo from Arrow. Juliana Harkavy, Diana Drake from Arrow. Katrina Law from Arrow, who plays Nissa. So a very, very good lineup. But yeah, let's go back and answer some of these questions. So, you think Godspeed would look good with Green Lightning Ben or the new speedster Leah's? I don't think Godspeed's going to have Green Lightning. I don't know if that was specifically your question. I think you have White Lightning with like yellow sort of streaks on the outside, similar to like Savitar, but Savitar had blue streaks on the outside. So I think it would look kind of cool. I'd be interested to see Green Lightning, but I don't think they're going to do that for Godspeed. I'm not sure what color Lightning Leah's is actually, but she's only probably going to be a minimal role in next week's episode, but she's going to get killed. Yeah, it should be white because, you know, it is white in the comics. How do you think Kara will get people to trust Supergirl again after the White House deal with Red Daughter? I don't know. Maybe it's similar to what happened with Red Kryptonite Kara, how people started to believe in her again. It would just take a while. I think it will have to be, you know, Red Daughter being exposed, Supergirl fighting Red Daughter, and actually showing people that, oh, I didn't do this. Even though people will still be like, I don't really know. It could actually be Supergirl, whatever. But I think it's going to just take a while, I reckon. Yeah, also, Alex hasn't got her memories back. That's been a while. I thought they would fix that in like a few episodes. So, next couple of episodes, I'm guessing is going to like happen when she reveals, oh, we've removed your memories. So yeah, one sec. I was about to sneeze, but I didn't even sneeze. Would you like to see a episode for Supergirl set in the future? We've seen Flash and Arrow's future. Yeah, definitely. I love the future stuff whenever they do future stuff, especially on the Flash. And it's just really, really great fun when we do stuff like that. And yeah, it would be interesting for Supergirl because, you know, you could explore the Legion of Superheroes. That's one thing I would really like. And that's how you could bring Mon-El back. That's how you could bring Wim back. Have a few episodes in the future with the Legion of Superheroes. Bang. That's perfect. Yeah, I reckon John can bring back Alex's memories, like, surely. I think that's definitely a thing. How is Godspeed's voice going to sound? I am not sure, because obviously we've seen no version of Godspeed ever in live action. I'm guessing, in my mind, what I'm thinking it's going to be like, it's going to be when he's got his mask over and everything. I reckon it's going to be a bit similar to Zoom, or maybe to Savitar. That's what I'm imagining in my mind. It's like, yeah, a bit croaky, a bit very dark. That's how I imagine it. I'm not sure though. Do you think Colonel Haley is starting to see that the president is an alien-hating jerk and starting to like Supergirl. I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused on Haley. Like, that reveal of her believing it's not Supergirl was a little bit strange, but I can sort of understand it at the same time. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think she realizes the president's not very good. He's a bit of a prick, which he is. But I don't know. I'm a bit confused with Haley right now. But I think the show would be good if we got rid of all the sort of presidential stuff, because I think it's a bit boring. But I think the last scene actually was the last really great scene was last episode, when we had that scene with her daughter when she actually burnt down the whole entire White House, which was amazing. I loved that scene. But apart from that, I'm bored of the president. I think he can go away. Just give us back President Marsden, because she was good. And yeah, I'm just sort of bored of that storyline, honestly. And you know, the one thing I hate this season is whenever the Children of Liberty come around and they all start going, roaches, roaches, we hate you, goddamn roaches, roaches. It's just annoying. It's so cringy. It's like, oh my god, I don't know. It's just poor. It's especially poor writing for the Children of Liberty, but it's just mainly around those scenes and those characters. Like, they ruined that protest. Like, the protest was cool. Like, we had Supergirl in the middle and all these people, and then you see all these people on the side, like, punching their arms in the air, all simultaneously going, roaches, we hate you, roaches. It's just cringy, and I don't like that bit. I don't like that this season, but that's just me. Alright. Yep, he's definitely a prick. He's a prick on a stick, that's what I would say. Prick on 3 sticks. Alright, last few questions, and I'm gonna go off because I'm really tired and it's like nearly midnight here. What if Lex tries to become president at the end of the season? He always does that in the comics. That's actually a good idea, because I no way we're keeping this president after this season. So yeah, definitely, I think that's a chance. That is a good shout for maybe how Lex could continue if he were president, because I don't see him being the main villain on next season like people were theorizing. So I think that's a good call, actually, Jamie. So thanks for that. Did you see Paige's April Fool's video about Red Death? Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. Yeah, that was very funny. I like that. Episode 19 synopsis of The Flash. Which one was that? Snowpack, yeah. We talked about that actually in the video the other day, about 2 days ago, I think. And yeah, so it's the episode seems like it's a bit of like a mare episode. Like, in description it could be really good, but it seems like it's like, what can we do? Oh yeah, we forgot about Icicle, so let's bring Icicle back. It seems like that. It seems like it's not too focused on the main narrative. Ben and Paigey doing a live stream. Whoever wants to see that, give me a thumbs up. We've done that loads of times, by the way. We do these monthly live streams, but we haven't done it in a while, which is weird. I think we were supposed to do it, and then people kept on cancelling. We're gonna try and do it. Don't worry about that. But it's with me, Paigey, Boba Talks, and Eric's Reloaded normally. So we try and do that, but we haven't done it in a while. Welcome, Promo Central, and so. Last few questions. So Lex could use the image inducer and become president. Nobody would know it's him. Yeah, I think that could be a possible option. That could be happening by the end of the season. So keep that in mind. I think that's a really good idea that Jamie brought up. Have you been to New York? I'm supposed to go this summer to see a Broadway of Selena Gomez. Yeah, I've been to New York twice actually. As most of you know, I live in London, so I obviously have like the theatre stuff. I have the West End, so I can see a lot of stuff. But it's so amazing to go to Broadway and to go to New York. New York's my favorite city that I've ever been to. I got to see Beautiful. I got to see Melissa Benoist on Broadway, which was actually the best thing ever. Like, I literally flew to America just to see her perform because, you know, she's my favorite actress, and I missed her twice at these conventions, and I was like, oh, finally. So that was really cool. I actually went to New York for that. I don't really know any New York restaurants, so I can't recommend. You know, we just went to some random ones, but yeah, highly recommend New York, especially go to Broadway if you're in New York. You're missing out on that. Alright, so I'm going to be ending this, so thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later. Goodbye.